Hey guys, it's Sadie. I have been in university for like 4 weeks of classes, so basically a month, and I'm just going to spill everything that's happened to me, get so personal, and tell you all of my secrets. Thank you so much for asking my questions. If you want to be in the next one, then you can go to my Instagram, Sadie Aldis. Let's just get right into this video. I'm a little bit scared. I don't know why I'm shaking. How did you make friends so quickly? It's so tough for me. For me, in the first week you saw in my vlog, I was so overwhelmed with the fact that I felt like I didn't make any friends. Like I didn't make any friends in the first week. I went to this school knowing basically no one, and also I'm 2 years older than everyone in my year. I am 20 because I took 2 gap years, so I'm first year, but I'm 20. And actually most people are 19 in first year because they also took 1 gap year because of COVID, but that is like outside the point. I just have to let you know that if you are not making friends in university, or like you're worried about making friends in high school or literally anywhere, my whole social group and the people that I met all came basically as a domino effect. I went to this random competitive dance class that Laurier was putting on. I met one girl there. She gave me water because I forgot water. And then if you click with that one person, you're probably gonna click with the people that they already know, and then that they already know, and they already know. Have in your mind, I only need to make one friend. And then once you make that one friend, it's actually easy from then on, because then you can go with that friend to make other friends, and it's just a lot less intimidating. I also made friends in my classes by simply sitting beside people. You have the option to either go in alone and stay alone and sit alone and maybe wait for someone to come sit next to you, or you can be the person that goes up to someone and just asks, hey, can I sit here? That is how I made a lot of friends in my pop culture class and all of my lectures and stuff. I feel like the way that I make friends, I do like an icebreaker as soon as possible, and I don't even know if this is like good advice. When I meet someone, I will say something that is like slightly personal or very personal. In my case, I tend to overshare, but then it's just like they automatically feel connected and comfortable with you, so they won't feel as intimidated by you if you try to break the ice first. Did you ever forget the way and get lost? Yes, this is like triggering for me. When I was walking on the way to my first film lecture, I literally had this class with Jeremy, the one class that I already knew a friend going into it. I was calling him and I was like, where are you? Like the class already started. It had been 10 minutes and I got lost. I did not know where it was. It was because it was a class that wasn't really in a hallway. It was like between 2 hallways. I don't know where I am. And even if I were to ask for directions, Jeremy would not know how to direct me because I didn't know what the buildings looked like and what the hallways were. So I was just having a full-on panic attack. I was like sweating. I had like pit sweat stains. There was like sweat dripping down my back. Like eventually, as I was walking back, Jeremy was outside of the class and he was like, Sadie, what are you doing? I was standing right next to it practically the whole time. So what I suggest is not only visiting your classes before like the week of school, and this is for people that are probably not in university already, find your classes with a friend or by yourself and do it like repeatedly. I know on the Laurier website there's a little map and it shows directions on how to get to each building. So definitely look on your university website and see if they have like a navigator, because that's so helpful. How would you rate it? I would rate university so far an 8.5 out of 10, even though my car got stolen, my phone got stolen, and I ended up in the hospital one night. Story time coming next week for that, but I would still rate it an 8.5. I love university so much more than living at home. I feel so independent, so autonomous. I feel way more girl boss right now in university than I did living alone in my apartment in Toronto doing full-time YouTube. I think it's because I have way more responsibilities now, but I also have way more of a social life. I am getting outside more. I just feel more active because I'm walking to class. I have a routine, I have schedules, and I have places to be. I am loving it. So 8.5 out of 10. Taking off those 2 points because of like projects and stuff that's kind of boring, like the actual school part. Are you worried about how much partying / the new life balance you have? Honestly, in the first week I was worried because it seemed like everyone was going out every single night. My body simply cannot withstand that. Like if I go out 2 nights in a row, I need to take the next week to regenerate myself, get my sleep schedule back on track, and just get my life together, because I will be sick and I will feel awful and my blood sugars will not be good. Plus the combination of being a people pleaser, not being able to say no is one of my problems. So in the first week I definitely overdid it, but then after that I was like, hey Sadie, slow down. You have 4 whole years of this. You don't want to like ruin it for yourself and make partying kind of like normalize and lose its fun and excitement in the first year. But I do definitely feel more of a pressure to go out. How do you deal with university crushes? I don't. I'm pretty sure I fall in love with someone on campus every day. Jeremy and I have had this conversation. Like I pretty much fall in love with a boy walking on campus notice when I like pass him if I like their outfit or if I just think they're attractive. I like their energy. Like, I'm pretty sure I fall in love with the person every single day, and what I do is nothing. I do nothing about it because I am shy and I have never gone up to a guy that I've been interested in. I just can't let them know that I'm interested first. Like, they have to come up to me. Actually, once I was sitting in the cafe in one of the university buildings. I was sitting there just like doing work with my friend. I literally fell in love with this guy. Like, I was like, I'm going to marry this guy. I saw him and he was just literally to a T my type. All of my friends were like, Sadie, if you don't go up to him, I'm going to go up to him for you and ask for his number for you. And I was like, no, I will murder you if you do that. But I never went up to him because I was like, if it's meant to be, he'll come up to me. That's always what I say. Is the workload as intense as people say? Okay, it's different for every program. I see people in BBA, like business majors, have marked projects every single week. For me, it's like I have a lot of deliverables in my class that are marked like at the end of the day after that class has gone on. I only had 2 essays. I had 1 essay in philosophy and I have 1 short essay in studying popular culture, but I do have midterm exams after that. But every single class has like 4 projects and then an exam and maybe a midterm. So in that way, it's less intense, but it might just be because I'm in communication and I'm not in the sciences and the maths and stuff. There are less assignments, but they're worth way more. So this paper that I'm submitting today is worth like 20% of my final grade. So that's a little scary. Is it as aesthetic as people make it look? Honestly, I think it is. Especially if the buildings give that aesthetic. Like, I know Queen's University has such a nice campus, and also Western. I like my campus. They're a little more, like, the buildings are a little more modern than the U of T campus. Are really like ornate buildings with columns and stuff like that. Mine just kind of look like buildings, like, you know, a little building there. Like, I still love walking to class. I love having my little planner out, going to a cafe, meeting up with friends and doing work. I love writing notes. Like, lectures are so fun solely for the purpose of notes. Other than that, I could fall asleep in them. So it is really aesthetically pleasing if you make it like that. Some days are really aesthetically pleasing for me where I like get ready, get in a cute outfit, I go to a coffee shop and do work, and sometimes I'm literally wearing sweatpants and a hoodie and looking gross, and I went out the last night and I'm just rushing to my class. And both types of days I appreciate. How to stop waiting to be invited into a convo. I actually experienced this when I was in my off-campus orientation. These 2 girls, they were having this conversation and I was like overhearing them, and I really wanted to butt in because I really thought that I would be friends with them, and I currently am like best friends with one of the girls, Jenna. She's been in my vlogs. So I was like, hey guys, I'm so sorry. I actually have been eavesdropping this whole time. I hope that's not weird, but blah blah blah, and then you say what you were going to say. I think that's really funny because it's like mentioning that you were eavesdropping and being completely honest. But they were like, no girl, like come into the conversation. I think that's just a funny way to bring it up. Do you feel like you made the right decision to go to university? 100,000 million kajillion % yes. I feel so fulfilled and I just feel so much better about myself by doing YouTube and being in university. Like, this is amazing for me. Even though it's a lot of work, I feel a lot better than I did 2 years ago and even 1 year ago about life. Will I really have fun if I'm not going out drinking, partying kind of person? Yes. You don't even have to go out to like socialize. The lowest common denominator of students there are going to be going out, partying, drinking, blah blah blah. But there are so many groups of people that socializing to them is just inviting people over to your res, having a pizza night, or watching a movie together. Especially if you are in res, you're going to be friends with all the people on the floor of your dorm. You can have these like little meeting nights where you just like do something on Friday night with your friends, or you go walk around the city and you get food, or you go and take photos, or you go for a drive if someone has a car. And I was really scared that I was only going to find people that would only socialize with me if it was a party, but I met people that actually want to go out and get their nails done, go to like brunch and take photos and get coffee and do like daytime activities, not just drinking. Like, those people exist and there's a lot of them, I'm telling you. What do you study? I'm currently doing a Bachelor of Arts and my major is communications. After first year, I'm going to pick a specialization which will probably be digital media and visual communication, but you never know, like maybe I'll pick something else. Honestly, I don't have a view for what job I want, what kind of like career I want. I just think this would be so beneficial for the career that I currently have in social media, and I think it can go towards public relations, advertising, broadcasting, so many different things. But right now, I'm a little uni girl doing communications. You know, everyone looks at me and they're like, you're a kin student, aren't you? Do I look like a kin student? I like to play this game where I want them to guess my major because I really want them to just, that can tell a lot about what people perceive you as. Like, if someone told me you look like a theater major, they probably think you're so energetic and like charismatic and outgoing. So kin, weird. Comment down below what like perception that gives. What was my first day equipment? I have not touched a notebook the whole entire month, so I don't think you need a notebook. You don't need a lot of pens or pencils or highlighters. I honestly just need my laptop and a charger. Most of the stuff that's in my bag is like perfume, deodorant, snacks, stuff like that. So is it a lot of parties? Honestly, I wasn't expecting there to be this many opportunities to go out. There's parties every single night. The vibe of these parties is going to vary based on the day. At my school, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Tuesday are like party nights. So you could literally pick any night to go out and you can go out. Like you can have a fun time and there will probably be a party going on. I used to say that I love house parties, but I only loved house parties when I was in high school. Now house parties are in tiny little apartments. It's a sweaty room with people jumping around and I really don't like it. Like I went to a frat party. I had to pay $5 to get in and it was $10 for guys, $5 admission for girls, and we got like a stamp on, and there was like a team at the front and there was a tent and it was all like really professional and set up. We got led into the door and it was literally just a 10 by 10 foot room with a DJ and it was hot. It was like a sauna and I literally left at 11. I couldn't do it. So probably not gonna go to a frat party like that. How am I balancing everything? I am balancing everything by splitting up what I do in a day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are basically all school for me unless I'm like filming a vlog or something. Friday, Saturday, Sunday are social media. What's really good is that I literally never have to plan socializing because university is like constant socializing. So I never even have to think about hanging out with people. Like I do feel like my life is way busier now and I have less time alone, which maybe I can work on, but I'm still trying to figure everything out. Did I kiss someone? Yes, I have. I've actually kissed 3 people this month in September. Is the age gap between the other students something that affects you? Only because when we go to bars, like they can't come because they're not of age, but in a year that won't matter. Like being able to relate to them and having fun with them, I literally don't notice an age difference at all when we're hanging out. Aaliyah is 18 and Jenna's 18 and a lot of my girlfriends are 18, so I don't get to go to the bars with them. I have a lot of friends in my classes that are 19 and a lot of guy friends that are 19, so I honestly don't really care. Like it's not as big of a deal as I thought that it would be. And I also met another guy who was 20 and in first year. Is it hard to keep your routine and going to bed early? Yes, I'm not going to lie. I probably have gotten like 60% of the sleep that I normally do, and I did in fact end up getting sick and I'm still sick right now. It's very hard because you just feel so tempted to like stay up all night talking to your friends, and there's just so much socializing and so many opportunities to go out that you feel like you have to take, but you literally do not have to take. Like I have to keep reminding myself of that. That's something that I'm going through. What happened after your car got stolen? I have updates on this and I'm actually filming a whole video about it and why I got admitted to the hospital. It's going to be a crazy video. Like I am actually so scared, but I will tell all the details in the next video. Do you think of quitting? To be honest, I literally did think of quitting in the first week of classes when I noticed how much reading I had to do. So I did in fact drop one of my classes. I dropped my online class, which I'm actually just going to take in the summer this year. I literally did drop a class. Like I'm not going to pretend like I didn't. I dropped a philosophy class. Now I feel so much better about like only having 4 classes and also doing YouTube and social media and stuff. How did you and Spencer meet? We have been DMing for a while now, and she messaged me one day and she was like, hey, we have to hang out when you come to Laurier, and I was like, yeah. We literally just met, we clicked instantly, and I met 2 of her friends that we are all like a little group, and we're doing a little group Halloween costume this year, which I'm so excited about. Comment down below what you're being for Halloween. She's like very motivating to me. She motivates me to especially stand up for myself in terms of my business and in terms of my worth as a creator. That is like the biggest thing that she's taught me, and I literally love that girl. How socially interactive are your classes? Are there many presentations or discussions? No. I would say very rare to have presentations as a project. I have 1 class with 1 presentation in it, and that's my final project, and it is a skills for university success class. This is literally the easiest class I've ever taken in my life. Tutorials are, it's giving high school class. It's giving elementary school class. I have a class with like round tables. I have a class with desks in a square. It's just very different from lectures. Like lectures is like literally a hall, an auditorium, and you're just listening to a teacher talk at you for like 2 hours. Tutorials are my favorite thing ever because you get to talk with people in your class, you get to do group discussions, you get to ask questions to the TA. So that is very social, but presentations not very common. If you made it this far in the video, I'm going to tell you a story about how me and a girl that I met there actually ended up kissing the same boy, and we had no idea, and he was literally flirting with both of us and we had no idea, and now we're like best friends. So Okay, so this guy and I guess you could say hooked up at a party, and I'm not going to say his name and I'm not going to say the girl's name, but then this other girl that I have become so close with also did that. We had no idea that this was going on at the same time, and the guy told me to not talk about this with any girl, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. So I did end up bringing it up to her, and then she was like, wait, we did stuff last night, and I was like, wait, he told me that he was done with you, and then she was like, wait, he told me he was done with you. So that was awesome. That was my little drama. So he was playing both of us, and then we basically just like cut him off, and it was awesome. It was like a very girl power moment. The thing that I also find really hard to do is keeping up with working out. Like, that is one thing that I haven't done in a month. Like, I literally haven't worked out once because I just don't have time. I probably could make time, but I'm just like too tired and I don't have the energy to, so I'm just making sure that I eat healthy. The best compliment that I got is someone told me that I was the most unique person he's ever met, and I think it's probably because I swallowed half of my gum and then I said that it would take 3.5 years to digest instead of 7 years, and he was probably making fun of me, but I kind of go crazy in my tutorials. Like, I am very just like open and honest and personal with everyone that I meet, and that's probably why I have so many connections in these classes. Yeah, everyone is so nice though. Like, I haven't met a mean person yet. I don't know if that's just because everyone has their fake persona at the beginning and their true colors will come out later, but I haven't met anyone that is mean. Do you wish you had gone sooner? Yes, but also I probably wouldn't be as eager to go if I went sooner, so I'm just like very excited about being here now, so maybe no. You've had so much bad luck. Do you ever have thoughts like maybe this is a sign that you shouldn't go to uni? That did pop into my mind after I ended up not having a phone and not having a car. I feel like your life falls apart before it starts getting a lot better. Bad things have happened to me before over and over and over. My life actually ended up turning around right after, and that is exactly what is happening for me. So I feel like I just needed to learn these lessons at the beginning of university, and so now it's like I'm chilling. Do you vape at parties? No. I was actually talking about this with my parents yesterday. Vaping and smoking and using like dab pens are so normalized in university, and I was not ready for it. Like, it is just something that people pass around, and they just kind of like pass it around like it's like water. It's just weird because when I say like I don't do that, everyone's like, oh my god, you don't smoke? Like, you don't vape? And I'm like, no, I'm like not into that. And they're like, that is so good, like I could never do that. And I was like, brother, are you okay? You guys need this. It's amazing. First fees. Favorite class so far is my skills for uni success class because it is literally all about planning and time management, and I love it, and I love my teacher. Update us on the guy situation. Okay, so I have actually talked to like multiple guys since I've been there. There is definitely no drought of cute guys. Like, there are so many attractive people, but hookup culture is so prominent there that it's rare to find a guy who is going to want to go on a date or like have a relationship. And there have just been a lot of guys that are very forward. They will literally just go up to you and be like, you're hot, can I have your snap? Obviously, I will pick and choose who I actually give my Snapchat to. People usually ask for your snap, especially if you're like in a class with them. They'll ask for your snap for school and then they'll transition it into like talking conversation, which I think is actually pretty smooth, and that's happened a couple times, but like no one that I'm like, oh my god, I could see myself dating this person. Like, no one yet. Keep you updated on that. Thank you so much for asking your questions. Make sure to subscribe and press that bell so you can stay updated on all of my uni videos and all of my videos about life, manifestation, and being the best version of yourself, and making mistakes and getting your car stolen and getting your phone stolen and learning from them and living and laughing. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.